Symbols of new beginnings have existed since ancient times. They represent what is to come, reminding us that this too shall pass. Here's our list of symbols of new beginnings to bring a dose of inspiration into your life. Number 1. The Birch Tree. The birch is a significant tree in many cultures. It's also known as the pioneer tree because it's one of the first trees to regrow after a disaster. The name birch comes from the Sanskrit term bher, which means shining white, as well as bhurga, which means a tree whose bark is used for writing on. This references its silvery white bark that peels away like paper. In Celtic culture, the birch is one of the most sacred trees, regarded as a symbol of rebirth, new beginnings, and hope. Birch trees were used to make maypoles to celebrate new beginnings during important Celtic festivals such as Samhain, Imbolc, Beltane, or the famous Gaelic May Day festival. For Native Americans, the birch tree is often seen as a symbol of truth, cleansing, and leaving behind the past for a new beginning. Number 2. Daffodils. Daffodils are a universal symbol of new beginnings, renewal, and rebirth since they bloom early in spring, indicating the end of winter. Their bright yellow color represents optimism, happiness, and looking towards the future. Bouquets of daffodil make thoughtful gifts for those beginning a new journey or are changing their career, and for new couples, the flower represents the start of a happy new chapter in their life together. Number 3. The rainbow. Rainbows appear in the sky after storms, signifying the end of a turbulent period. It's a symbol of peace, hope, new beginnings, and the promise of better times ahead. For some, the rainbow is a spiritual sign, indicating that it's time to deviate from your current path and take a different route in life. Number 4. The white dove. The white dove is a symbol of peace in almost all cultures and religions. In Christianity, it symbolizes new beginnings and a hope for the future. In the Old Testament, Noah releases a dove after the great flood in search of land. The dove returns to Noah with an olive leaf in its beak, which was read as a sign that the waters were receding and that it was time for a new beginning. For thousands of years, people have used white doves in various rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations. The tradition of releasing doves at weddings remains popular, as it's believed to symbolize new beginnings for the newly married couple, along with blessings of love, hope, and peace. Number 5. The new moon. Since the ancient times, the phases of the moon have been used to represent the rhythm of time. The first of these phases is the new moon, which occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth, and the shadowed side of the moon faces the earth. This phase marks the beginning of a new lunar cycle and is also associated with new beginnings, a fresh start, and new phases in life. Many believe that the new moon is a good time for meditation, self-reflection, setting goals, starting something new, and initiating life changes, believing that the moon's energy will help them to succeed. Some perform certain rituals in hope of harnessing the energy of the moon. Number 6. The Koru. The Koru symbol represents the silver fern that's native to New Zealand and is considered one of the most popular Maori symbols. It's depicted as a fern sprout that's partially unfurled. The Koru represents growth, regeneration, creation, and new beginnings. The budding leaves of the Koru plant also mark the beginning of a new calendar. The Koru fern became associated with new beginnings and creation because of its ability to regenerate. If one of its fronds die, another one is born in its place. The Maori people revere the plant and depict it on their various carvings and paintings. They also use it as a design for jewelry and tattoos. Number 7. The Inguz rune symbol. The runic alphabet, also known as Futhark, was the first system of writing used by the Germanic people of Scandinavia, Britain, Iceland, and Northern Europe. It's hard to say exactly when the alphabet was created, but it was used between the 3rd century to around the 17th century AD. The earliest known set of runes had 24 symbols. One of these was the Inguz rune, believed to symbolize new beginnings and fertility. The Norse and Germanic peoples used this rune to mark a new phase or path in life. They believed it had great power. Although rune symbols were simply used for communication purposes, most people in the modern world believe that they have magical and philosophical significance. Today, many of these symbols are used in the art of divination and in various pagan rituals. Number 8. Butterflies. The butterfly is a popular symbol of new beginnings because of its interesting and unique life cycle. Its metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a beautiful winged creature associates it with rebirth, hope, change, and a fresh start. In some cultures, butterflies are thought to be spiritual guides that help with personal growth, change, and starting a new chapter in life. Native Americans regard the butterfly as a symbol of resurrection and a sign of transformation. In their culture, the winged creature is considered a symbol of positivity. Every year, the Hopi people hold a Thanksgiving celebration for their harvest known as the Butterfly Dance, celebrating new beginnings and renewal. Number 9. The number 8. According to the Bible, God created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th. In biblical numerology, the number 8 is thought to symbolize new beginnings because the 8th day was the first day after creation. The number 8 also gains significance because 8 people survived the Great Flood: Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. However, the symbolism of the number 8 varies in different cultures and religions. For example, in China, the number 8 is seen as a lucky number associated with prosperity and abundance, while in India, some consider the number to be unlucky. Number 10. The Lotus Flower. The lotus is one of the most meaningful plants, often taken as a metaphor for beauty, purity, rebirth, and new beginnings. Rooted in mud, the lotus flower emerges pure and clean each morning before it closes up with the setting of the sun and returns to its murky, watery environment. The lotus serves as a reminder for those experiencing hardships and challenges in life that there is hope around the corner. Because of its symbolism, the lotus flower has been revered in many cultures and religions, including Buddhism and Hinduism. In Eastern cultures, deities are often depicted holding the flower or sitting on it. The ancient Egyptians valued the lotus flower and included it in many of their art and writings. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the flower is described as having the power to bring the dead back to life. And that brings us to the end of our video. If you would like to learn more about other similar symbols, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to click the like button and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when new videos and updates are available. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this video.